up, and it puts the opposition a bit down in terms of
Dwyer, and it's a third. Jamie Dwyer from the acutest of angles. I don't think Blake Govers got a touch. He was in a great position. Jamie Dwyer didn't need him.
Confidence up, and it puts the opposition a bit down in terms of Dwyer, and it's a third.
Here is Dwyer in the meantime. Quite happy to run with it and run with it into space. Wetton sets off for the far post this time. Zaluski's the midfield option. Ockenden's there in support as well. Ockenden far post deflection for Dwyer goes in. He started the move and he finished it. Jamie Dwyer with his 210th goal for Australia. It's his 4th of the tournament, and it's Australia 2, Ireland 0. Dwyer inside the circle now. A little bit of magic from the little man. Off the back foot and scores. What about that?
Oh, Swan diving. And does DeYoung find foot? No, play on. And it's tapped in for a goal to Jamie Dwyer. Wetton was the man that had the last touch before Dwyer tapped it in.
Reverse hit in. Little Bobley finds Dwyer off the back foot and into the back of the net. Jamie Dwyer opens the scoring here for Australia. Australia 1, France 0. 5 times Player of the Year. Opening his account for Rick Charlesworth. 7 goals in total in the tournament now for Australia. Can they make it 8? Dwyer one-on-one with the keeper, lifts it over him and into the back of the goal. It's number 2 for Dwyer and it's number 2 for Australia. Australia 2, France 0. Injection comes in now. Oh dear. Simple goal. I think is Dwyer going to take the credit for that one? It was Cirillo's flick. There's Cirillo, head of the D. Oh, it's Dwyer. Dwyer gets the touch. Dwyer gets the hat-trick. Knowles now with the ball in. Penalty corner. Oh, it's gone in. Deflection in front of the keeper. Little deflection, goal bound. 4th goal of the day for Jamie Dwyer. Dwyer has a go, and that's how you do it.
Not often we see that. Along the baseline, fired across, and it's a deflection, and Jamie Dwyer gets the opening goal in his final game on Australian soil. That is fairy tale stuff.
What a great way to start off his last game here, as you said.
Kavanagh will stop. Cirillo sweeps, hits the crossbar, comes back to Knowles. Knowles almost gets another goal. Hoare is there. Ogilvie, brilliant save from Jamie Dwyer. Well, he started the scoring tonight, and he's going to finish the scoring tonight in his last game in Australia. That is what the man is all about.
What a great finish there by Jamie Dwyer. Few opportunities here, straight off the crossbar. You can see here a fight in the middle of the circle, pops out, and then bang.
First, how's the body and mind feeling heading into the pointy end of the Olympic campaign?
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. It's been a pretty good year and a half, I guess, for myself personally, with my body feeling pretty good and yeah, going along okay, and majority of the team's going along okay, so things are moving along quite nicely.
These are going to be your last home games before you announce your retirement after the Olympics in Rio. What sort of emotions are you going through at the moment?
Yeah, I think I get sad, I guess, that it's all coming to an end. Obviously, I love playing for Australia, putting on my green and gold shirt and going out there and playing at the highest level. But on the other hand, I'm sort of looking forward to life after retirement as well. But I think I just got to do my job for the team. If I worry about too much, I'll probably go out there and won't play my role well. So I just got to go out there and just enjoy my hockey, because I don't have too many games left.
And are you 100% sure that you want to retire? I think there's a few people out there that might try and convince you otherwise.
I'm not 100% sure I want to retire, but I'm definitely going to retire, yeah, that's for sure. I remember after London Olympics, I said I would never go to Olympic Games, and now I'm hopefully going to my Rio Olympics. But yeah, after this Olympics, I'm going to retire.
Any highlights that you can remember as far as home matches go over the years?
Yeah, definitely my first game for Australia was a huge highlight. I remember getting my shirt presented to me from one of the ex-Kookaburras, David Wansborough, and that was over 15 years ago now. I played my first game of hockey for Australia, which was awesome. Another special moment was playing in Rockhampton, my hometown. We played 2 games there in 2006, and for me that was a highlight as well, because my grandparents and all my relatives could come watch me play.
So where was your debut home game?
It was on the 10th of May 2001 in Melbourne against New Zealand, and if I remember correctly, we won 3-1.
You said previously that if you hadn't missed out on Commonwealth Games Glasgow, you might have called it quits in 2014, but you had a heart-to-heart with Graham Reid, who was a coach, and you played on to Rio. Can you explain something of that motivation that has really driven you to Rio and to play on?
Yeah, it just didn't feel right for me to retire after in 2014. There was a few things that it just didn't feel right, and I felt I could still contribute on the field. And this last year and a half, like I said, I just want to go out there and just really enjoy my hockey and play my role well for the team, but just enjoy it. I've released all the pressure off myself and just gone out there and just played my style of hockey, which has worked well over the last year and a half, and hopefully it does for the next few months. But yeah, it was a tough decision. It wasn't easy. I remember sometimes one day I was retired, next day I wasn't, and speaking to my wife about it was, 3 or 4 months there I was umming and ahhing about it, but I'm glad I've kept playing for Australia, and I'm glad I'm right here right now.
I don't want to say old, I'll just say as one of the more experienced players of the group.
Thank
how
you.
have you seen the game evolve, and also the Kookaburras group evolve over the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's evolved so much, the game. I remember when I first came in, 2001, 2002 World Cup, when there was no self-pass, there was hardly any tomahawks, you couldn't put the stick above your head. It was a much slower game, much more, once you played right wing, you were right wing, centre forward, you had set positions, where now the game is just so free-flowing, so fast, you're on and off as well, the substitutes goes so quickly. So I think the game itself has really improved, and it's great to watch. The team has, I think, also changed. We had quite a smaller group back in those days. Now it's such a large group, a lot of players playing overseas, Hockey Indian League, so it's much more worldly, and then we come back for the World Cups, Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games. So the team's changed, or the size of the squad definitely has changed as well.
Now, I've asked the same question to Simon Mantell, but I know that there's a friendly rivalry between the Kookaburras and GB. Who are you most liking to line up against and beat?
Well, I'll be up against either. They've got a lot of the back four are quite good. Ian Lewis is a brilliant player. I'm looking forward to watching Ashley Jackson play this weekend. He's one of the best players, I think, in the world. He's got great skills. But yeah, the rivalry against Great Britain has always been high, and they've had the wood on us, I guess, the last couple of times. They beat us in World League 4, so 5-2. So that wasn't nice for us, and hopefully we'll get to redeem ourselves this weekend.
What is it like playing against GB? What do they actually bring to the pitch?
Yeah, they've got a unique style, and I think they've got a really good a good squad now at the moment with some very skillful players. The way their back four structure is set up is quite different. They're very spread out. Their wing halves go very high, and they play similar to like the soccer or football system over in the English Premier League, where they have 2 defensive midfielders, and yeah, it's quite different to what we're used to here in Australia. But we have to adapt a little bit, but we believe if we play our best, we should be all right.